In a studio that's in a basement comes the epic story of how two friends changed the future of the movie podcast game forever. The reviews are in. Boys Life magazine gives the High Sci podcast 4.5 acorns. The Daily Bugle says, these guys are super legit. And Pope Francis declares the podcast as life-affirming. From the kid who tried to get smart with David Spade and got fucking old.
You're still out. You're still bad.
And the guy who can name all four Baldwin brothers.
Alec, William, Daniel, and the baby boy, Stephen.
Live from the studio of his parents' basement. The Have You Seen It podcast.
Always in the nick of time.
Perfect timing. We gotta stick with that intro. It gives us a perfect amount of time. I managed to go to the bathroom, and during that time, I managed to get a drink. I managed to file my taxes. So it gives you a lot of time for the real podcast starts.
It really does.
So it gives you a lot of prep time.
Yes.
Well, Mason, how is it going? We're back down here.
It is going great, my friend. You know what? Normally we record on Sundays, which is always my favorite day.
Same.
I cannot wait to record.
I agree, yeah.
And then we had to do it Monday.
It's throwing me off, to be honest.
But, dude, I'm so stoked to be here and talking movie news, dude.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to this.
Oh, yeah. I am ready to go. But, yeah, Sunday has always been our day.
It has been.
We had a little scheduling conflict this week, so we had to improvise.
But
that's
we
what
improvise
we do.
pretty
We figure
well,
it out.
don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People would say we do best on the fly.
On the fly.
When we're thinking is when we're doing
It's all
our worst.
improv. After the intro's over, I mean, essentially the rest of the show,
it's freeform.
We don't even know what we're doing.
It's very freeform.
We actually,
anything can happen.
9 times out of 10, we don't even see the movie that we review.
No, it's
It's
pure guessing.
It is.
Luckily, we've seen enough movies where we're pretty good at just guessing what's going to happen
Exactly.
and determining how good it's really going to be before even watching it. But yeah, it's we do it off the cuff here. We got guests coming in all the time, just randomly people
randomly
walking
just
in.
knocking on the door, being like, "Hey, Mace, what's up?" I'm like, "Dude, get out. We're
naked."
Yeah, like, what are you doing? This is just weird. Why are you walking in on us?
You can't just walk in.
So strange.
Yeah. But yeah, so what are we here to talk about, Mason? Why are we gathered?
This is the movie news edition.
Of course, and we do have some movie news this week.
We really do.
There is
not a ton.
No, not a ton. There's it's a little slowed down in the summer, especially it's slowed down with movies coming out as well.
Yeah, it has.
I mean, we're having some dry spells.
Yeah, and
this summer
you know what?
so far.
Yeah, and originally we scheduled Men in Black this week.
We did.
I went and saw it regardless because we made a little scheduling change.
Okay, let's do our 30, or how about a 15-second
I wanted to give a 5-minute review.
Oh, okay.
On it and do it on our channel. But the movie almost isn't.
How about a
even
5-second review right now?
5-second review.
Ready, go. Chris
Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, great chemistry. The rest of it sucks.
Okay, that's 5 seconds,
almost 5
people.
seconds, right? That's pretty good.
Shut this podcast off. You heard it.
Yeah.
So they were good. Everything else sucked. Is pretty much what I've heard.
Essentially,
also.
yes. Yeah. I mean, the bad guys. We didn't even know. Like, no investment into them whatsoever. I could care less what they were doing.
That kind of goes into what we're kind of talking about with the summer and how it's just been mainly sequels, reboots.
Yeah.
It's not really any original stuff. It's all Aladdin, Lion King. Those are all reboots. Annabelle, that's a sequel. Even Godzilla was a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Hobbs and Shaw is a sequel.
Right,
is there anything original coming out?
No, not really.
I think Brightburn might have been the first original thing.
Yeah, and I saw a very interesting article talking about that and how, like, overall percentage, we're down 6% from last year for people going to the movies. And a lot of that is due to too many remakes.
Oh, yeah,
There's
for
not
sure.
Enough
not enough original stuff.
content out there. And a lot of people just look at this and they go, oh, okay, I'll just wait for it to come out on Netflix.
It's 100% studios just trying to make a quick buck.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying, okay, this was popular. Let's just cash in on the popularity of the first one and not even care about what we do with the second one. I mean, it's constant, but it's getting worse and worse every year. And hopefully after some time, studios are going to start realizing that reboots and remakes just aren't enough anymore.
No, they're really not. I mean, look at Dark Phoenix, Men in Black, Hellboy, Shaft, Godzilla, King of Monsters, The Secret Life of Pets, Lego Movie 2,
yeah,
Dumbo. I mean, that's literally just the small list right there. Like, they're all remakes.
That's the entire fucking summer lineup.
Exactly.
So, I mean, yeah, there's nothing, the best remake so far, by far, that I think we'll both agree on is John Wick.
Oh, dude, please make 17 more of those movies.
Even though it was a sequel, I mean, those films are good enough where, I mean, sequels are fine if you care about what you're doing.
And do a great job. I mean, look at Toy Story 4.
Where you're not it's not just a cash grab.
Exactly.
You're actually
you work hard for it.
Yeah, and then your money will come. But, yeah, so far, and Shaft and Men in Black not doing great.
No, but I heard Shaft is doing well with audience.
Oh,
People
really
seem to like it. Yeah, the critics
that's like a 34% on Rotten Tomatoes.
You mean from critics?
Critics, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
but it's not doing so great in the box office either.
No.
The people.
Nothing is doing good this week. Nothing.
No.
I mean, the box office score is going to be
terrible.
terrible.
It's a lackluster week for sure. But let's get into...
If you're curious about the box office scores, we do it every Tuesday on our Instagram page.
Oh, yeah.
We do.
If you want to check that out and you want to know some numbers and how much rich people are getting, then we will let you know for sure.
Yeah, the audience scores at a 94%.
Oh, my God.
That's a very high score. And that's 2,500 people voted for that. So that's a substantial amount.
The few amount of people that are seeing it are loving it.
They love this movie.
It's one of the best
movies.
And you know what?
Because it has such a high audience score, I'm going to go see it.
Yeah, I would probably right now, I haven't seen either, but I'd rather see Shaft or Men in Black. Just going into it and not knowing anything, I'd rather see Samuel Jackson for 2 hours. Because Samuel Jackson, he's going to give it his all no matter what. No matter how shitty that movie is, no matter how many planes are on how many snakes are on a plane, he's going to give it his all. So, yeah, I'd rather see Shaft.
And you know what? I have some Samuel L. Jackson news as well. Oh, whoa, jeez.
Samuel Jackson news?
Yeah.
I thought you said Samuel Jackson nudes.
Well,
you're gonna drop.
I do have a few of those on my phone cache. I mean,
you're about to
you're
drop some.
We
might. That's gonna get us some pull. That is gonna get us some pull.
It will. No, but I have some Samuel L. Jackson news.
Well, let's hear it. Not nudes.
Not nudes. Not nudes. He really wants to play Mace Windu again in Star Wars, and now with the whole expanded universe with Disney Plus having 2 shows, possibly a third. So
this is Samuel Jackson news and Star Wars news.
It
and
is,
you're getting
and
right.
I'm tying it in.
First headline of the day.
You're doing. Of course it is. Look at me. I'm pathetic. I mean,
you're absolutely
it's
pathetic.
so stupid. I have to bring up Star Wars. But no, like I did see this, and it ties in well. He wants to play Mace Windu one more time. He's not begging, but he's kind of begging.
He's not begging, but he really wants to do it.
How many times has he brought it up? A few. He's brought it up a few times, man. So it's like, obviously he wants to do it.
That's so funny because he didn't really want to do it in the first place.
Well, yeah, and
they had to
stipulations.
They had to really convince him to do it.
Yeah,
and so I'm really surprised that he wants to. Of course, he probably wanted to have that role because that role could have been awesome. I mean, it was awesome, but it could have been so much better, right? I mean, they expanded more on it.
I did.
How they're going to bring him back? I mean, he had quite the shock, and he took quite the fall.
Did, yeah.
So is he going to be like a paraplegic?
Definitely, that's what I was going to say.
Is he going to be in the Stephen Hawking wheelchair coming up, like still battling
people? I think he'll
people?
be like obviously missing an arm, and then like his leg will be.
What happened to his arm?
It got barbecued. No, his
whole body got barbecued.
No, his arm got cut off.
No, didn't both his arms? I thought maybe he did a sweep, and I think he did.
Right.
And then because I think at one point he's like, yeah.
But it's Star Wars; they can do those bionic hands. It's so easy.
So easy. I don't know why you would not start out with the bionic hands. Like when you're born,
cut my hands off and then give me robotic hands.
Except I'm sure it's not easy to, You can rip your dick off. You can rip your dick off.
That's hilarious. No, that's a very good point. You know what? On second thought, terrible idea.
Maybe one robot hand, one.
The nice robot pads. You'll have some nice, like, soft linen or something
that's
you can
true.
put
Something
over.
Nice.
And then, they'll call them.
Or like, you can put all kinds of different materials on a different hand.
Right,
you can do all kinds of different.
So
it can be a stranger. Be a stranger every night. Every night it's a new hand.
It's a new hand. You don't know who the hell it is.
This guy coming up.
What is this? It's a great idea. On second thought, give me my bionic hands.
But he got pretty fucked up Yeah. I mean, he got really shocked. And if I remember correctly, he was like, for like 20 seconds. Because then he shocked him so much where he like lifted him up and threw him out the window.
Through the window, yeah.
So, I mean, if he's coming back,
he's falling from a very far distance.
And it's been a good amount of time, too.
It has
Time has passed. So he would not be... He wouldn't be the youngest Jedi in the council.
He would definitely
and he would not
be
be probably
the elders
in
like a cave, all decrepit.
For sure, yeah. Because I mean, where did he go? That was the third. That was
that's Revenge of the Sith.
That's Revenge of the Sith. So I mean, unless he fell and then just immediately took off. He's like, okay, I'm getting the fuck out of here. That guy's crazy. No arms. I'm not going back.
Defend myself.
I don't know what the fuck that was about.
But I can't even grab spare change.
Yeah, he can't even hail a cab. How does he even get out of there? No, he can't do anything.
It's tough. They call him Stubbs on the street now.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe if he was just a homeless person after that, and he just started collecting change.
But he could use the Force just for whatever the fuck he wanted. You know, he's hungry.
He could lift up that change cup.
Opens the door and summons the sandwich out of the fridge.
He's an awesome Mace Windu. He's an awesome Jedi. Just learn about him and everything, because he's supposed to be kind of close to a gray Jedi, where he used kind of the both. Yeah, he used to be kind of both. Well, he got the purple saber. No one gets the purple.
And what does red and what does blue make?
Exactly. Whoa, purple. So smart.
It is.
But I would.
Basic, but at the same time,
I would. Well, it's simple color.
Yes,
that's Roy G.
Not
Biv.
The hardest thing in the world.
Third grade stuff.
It is.
But yeah, I bet, of course, he wants to. I mean, who wouldn't want probably a $20 million paycheck and be in one of the most popular movies in the world? I mean, I'm sure he does want to go back and do that. I'm sure he wants to go back and do it right, probably also. But how many old Jedis can you bring back?
Well, they already brought Darth Maul.
Yeah, and they're talking. Yeah. I mean, and Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan has been. I mean,
pretty prevalent.
Yeah, they're really good at hiding. Once they get fucked up, they're really good at just dipping out and never be. So I mean, for Mace Windu to have been thrown out, I mean, and you got to think that that skyscraper was like 1,000 feet tall. Like he was in the clouds.
To be fair, though, Jedis fall from that distance quite often, and that's one of the arguments Samuel makes.
Yeah, but do they fall if they're getting shocked by 80,000 volts?
No, but they do fall and land on their feet pretty easily.
Yeah, but that far? That's a far distance.
Look at Geonosis when they were jumping off the thing. That was easily 200 feet down. Yeah, he landed just fine.
But they were
fucking up some droids, so.
I know, but you got to think, one, you got to land on your feet.
Well, this is true.
And for him to recover that landing after getting your hand cut off and then go back into like a form flip and then stick the landing after you have no hands and you're shocked to shit, now that is concentration.
It is.
That is a lot.
The top tier concentration.
That is a lot of concentration. I mean, because that's a lot going on. And then to stick that landing after getting the shit shocked out of you, just say it's tough.
Pretty impressive.
It's tough for sure. Yeah. But I mean, so are they gonna do it? If we don't get an Obi-Wan movie first before we get any other kind of spin-off or anything, I'm not gonna be happy.
And who would you want to play Obi-Wan? Ian McGregor, obviously.
Yeah.
But the problem is he has aged, so where would the storyline be? I think it would be in between.
It would, yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah. What it would be after Darth Vader killed him?
Well, yeah.
Because it'd be fucking aged.
I guess so, but you could do because Phantom Menace takes over when he was an apprentice. So.
Yeah, so it'd be in between. It'd be in between. Revenge of the Sith and probably.
But never mind. You can't get Liam Neeson to do a TV show being Qui-Gon Jinn.
No, so. Yeah, and you would have to have them both younger. Yeah. I mean, because he did die. Someone has to die in these series.
Someone does.
I mean, if you're bringing everyone back, there's no weight to any of these deaths.
Nothing.
And the fact that Palpatine is most likely coming back, of course, he's probably not. That's what everyone's assuming, but I'm going to guess it's probably not.
Well, he started cackling.
I know, but that could be anything.
It could be.
It could be.
It could be
his Force ghost is probably him going around just cackling at all times. Just scary.
Like, bro, I'm making a sandwich. Yeah. What is this guy doing?
Palpatine, get a life.
God, not even
creepy ass pervert. Just get away. And he's like, just imagine how ugly he is now because his face wasn't great.
All wrinkly.
He had that giant butt head thing. Yeah, it looked like a wrinkly ass. But yeah,
shit's prettier than that.
So someone's got to die. Yeah. Someone's got to die in these. But speaking of old McGregor, should we talk about the sequel to The Shining that released?
We should.
We got to talk about that for sure. Getting a sequel, is that insane?
It is. And that will be one of our trailer reactions this week, too.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Mic drop.
Yeah, there you go. So if you want to see that for Dr. Sleep, then watch that. But yeah, let's talk about it. The sequel to The Shining. Crazy.
Right, and this is interesting, too, because you have to pay homage to both Stephen King and Stanley Kubrick at the same time, even though they hated, or Stephen King hated the film. You kind of have to give the respect of this sequel to both individuals. Well, would you not agree?
It honestly surprised me how much they showed of the Overlook Hotel and everything in the trailer, and just how prevalent it really is going to be in this movie, because The Shining, Stanley Kubrick's Shining, doesn't follow the book as much. You know, I mean, it doesn't.
And that's why Stephen King was so mad. Like it. Yeah.
And Dr. Sleep is a sequel to the book. So I wonder how this movie is going to be. Is it a sequel to The Shining the movie, or is it a sequel to The Shining the book? Because it made it look like it was a sequel to The Shining of the book.
Yes.
Or the movie, actually, because they showed a lot of the movie. They showed a lot of flashbacks of the hotel scene and the twins and the old lady. So that kind of surprised me. But yeah, I wonder what it's going to be. Because, yes, Stephen King did not like The Shining.
No, he was not a fan at all.
Fucking hated it. Yeah, definitely. Because it wasn't true to the book. And that's, I mean, Stanley Kubrick's going to do what Stanley Kubrick's going to do. He's got a vision, and no one's going to stand in the way.
No one's going to stand in his way. No one was. Well, and did you see the Red Blood, too?
Yeah, exactly, of the hotel, and everything. So they showed a lot of it, which, I mean, that surprised me a lot, that they showed a lot of that. But, yeah, Ewan McGregor playing... I
love it, man.
I love Ewan McGregor, too.
I wish he was in more shit. Really.
Stephen King. More Stephen King stuff. About 20% of Stephen King movies or adaptations are good. Is this going to be one of them?
But we've had a pretty good 2 years, all things considering. Besides Pet Sematary. That was a big letdown.
Oh,
it was a big disappointment.
Yeah, that went back to the old Stephen King run. That's what that felt like. It went
maybe
back.
Maybe that story is just cursed. You know? But me and you were talking about it.
Honestly, the old movie is not that bad. I go back to watch the old one. It's much. I like it a lot more going back and watching it. It's not. It gets a very bad rap, but I enjoy that one more than I enjoyed the new one.
Wow.
Yeah, I did not like the new one very much. But yeah, so we need a good Stephen King movie.
We do.
Yeah. But this is coming out after it. Is it not? This is coming out in November, and it's coming out September.
I thought this was October. Is this? October, November. Nonetheless, it comes out after.
It comes out after. But yeah. So.
But I mean, we'll get back-to-back Stephen King movies.
Yeah, we will.
And they're both looking to be pretty fucking good.
We said the same thing about Pet Sematary.
I know.
We were very excited about Pet Sematary. Man, we talked that up a lot.
Do you think deep down we knew?
No.
I mean, God dang it.
No, I don't think we did.
No, we didn't. Because I thought it was going to be so
good.
Because
they had good people in it. John Lithgow.
And the trailer was good. The creepy drums.
It was the directing
and the kids walking around.
Which is very hard to figure out direction just by watching a trailer of a movie.
It is.
Because they're showing the best parts of that movie in the trailer.
So you just assume the whole
it's going to look...
Awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, that was tough. But so we're getting a new Stephen King, new sequel to Shining. How long has it been? 39 years. Because Shining came out in 1980.
Well, there's a poster right there, yeah.
Yeah, 1980.
Wow.
So it's been almost 40 years.
Almost 40 years. That's crazy. It's a long time.
That's a long time. Yeah, so he's going to be he's probably playing Ewan McGregor's probably around that age. Probably 50-something, right? 53, I would
53,
guess.
54, yeah.
Yeah. And he'll be playing little Danny. Danny was a little fucking creep.
He definitely was.
I can't imagine what kind of human being he ended up turning out to be.
Pretty normal. Because
I know that's another thing that surprised me,
yeah.
because you would think Danny went to become like a heroin addict or something after
he's
that.
He's got kids. He lives a good life, because there's an article on him right here.
Yeah,
and he commented. He said he can't wait to see this. He says it looks really good. And he said that his kids gave him a bad time.
Oh, I'm talking about Danny in the movie. I'm talking about not Danny in real life. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about Danny in the movie. Because Ewan McGregor looks like he's pretty normal in this. So you think that kid would have been real fucked up? Because his mom went nuts. I mean, his mom went nuts protecting them, but his dad went really nuts.
Super nuts. I mean,
and started hunting them. And once your dad starts hunting you, your whole psyche is
your whole perspective on life changes.
Not even that, but he has the shining, which is the gift in the book. That's what they call it, of seeing these dead people and everything. So you think he would have been real, just fucked up. And his dad's probably still frozen on that mountain. He'd probably go up there and find him.
Probably.
Remember, he ended up in the...
Didn't seem like there was a lot of maintenance up there, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, they were the maintenance. Well, they were supposed to be the maintenance,
That's true. They did a terrible job.
Well, yeah, I mean, he went crazy and murdered his family. It's the worst job you could do.
Yeah, going stir crazy.
It's the opposite of... Well, yeah, it was that creepy hotel. Well, what else you got us for movie news? Something that's not Stephen King or Ewan McGregor related.
Okay, how about Jason Momoa?
I know. I've heard of him.
Yeah, have you? So, obviously X-Men's over after the Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
Terrible box office reviews. I mean, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a terrible score. I mean, this movie is bombing.
Well, X-Men franchise isn't really over, because we still have the New Mutants.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they shit can that
movie.
Fabled.
I
mean,
it's
that
more
movie's
legend
been in development
than
since 2013.
Well, I think they filmed about 4 movies collectively together now. They just keep reshooting it.
And they're like, you know what?
Fifth time's a charm. We're gonna get this one the next time.
Yep. And how many reshoots did they do on that too?
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
With how many reshoots they've done, they probably filmed 8 movies collectively at this point.
Insane.
So they got a lot of footage to pick from at this. But yeah, so X-Men isn't dead yet.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah.
This run of what are they called?
The First Class. Right. And you know what? X-Men First Class was really good. It was a good movie.
Went downhill from
After
there.
that, downhill.
The
whole thing. But nonetheless, Jason Momoa would love to play Wolverine if they do end up rebooting X-Men. What do you think about that?
Not a fan.
Neither am I. Okay.
Not a fan.
So I was talking to people
does not
on
make
YouTube,
a lot of sense to
commenting on our videos, and there was this kid who was talking to me about you know who would be perfect as Wolverine? I didn't even think about him until the kid brought it up on YouTube. Well, I mean, yes. Obviously, Hugh Jackman. Great Wolverine. You know who else? John Bernthal. Think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. How would you, now that The Punisher's done, it's not going to be renewed. It's probably not going to Disney Plus.
Well, the big question
John Bernthal is Wolverine.
The big question is can he grow mutton chops? That is, of course, the big question.
That's very
mutton chops. You got to get those spiked where it almost looks like the horns. That's classic Wolverine.
There's a little thing called makeup. The movie Magic.
But you got to do real mutton chops, I feel like.
Well, I think he could grow it out as best as he could.
I'm not saying he can. I'm just saying I haven't seen John Bernthal with mutton chops. So,
and this could be a problem.
This could be the thing where do they CGI the mutton chops in? Like the CGI Henry Cavill's
mustache
out? Yeah.
No.
So,
no, thank you, CGI.
But John Bernthal, to me, is a much more... Because when I think Wolverine, he's not huge, not big. He's supposed to be like a Wolverine. Mm-hmm. Wolverines are small and ferocious.
Yeah, but Jason Momoa is huge.
He's huge. Yeah, that's my problem with it. Yeah.
That's my problem with it, too.
He's like 6'5", and he's like Samoan.
Yeah. But John Bernthal is the perfect size.
Yeah,
he's like 5'8", 5'9",
he's
whatever.
He's a fiery 5'9", yeah, and he's that's what...
And he can get that emotional deep that Wolverine
you got to be able to go... crazy, Wolverine goes into that Wolverine rage, and he starts tearing apart everything. And we know John Bernthal can do that because he goes in that rage in Punisher.
Yeah, and he goes deep.
Yeah.
That guy goes deep.
I would like
Not
that.
just in that, but like in movies like Wind River. I mean, you remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, that was a very emotional scene. I mean, that guy can get very. Oh yeah. Very deep
as far
fast.
as that goes, we know that John Bernthal is a better actor. I mean, Jason Momoa hasn't been in enough for me to really make the honest opinion.
No, and he's not a bad actor by any means. No. I actually like Jason Momoa a lot. I just don't think that.
But John Bernthal has dramatic range for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Wolverine's a dramatic character, man. He's been
and
through a lot.
Not only that, but dude, what would you think about Wolverine and Deadpool teaming up for a movie, an R-rated movie? Would that not be the best thing after seeing Logan? Would that not be the best thing?
For one, you couldn't have a Wolverine and a Deadpool without it being Hugh Jackman, because he talks constantly about Hugh Jackman in the Deadpool movies. Yes. He's constantly bringing him up that he's an actual person.
Don't you think that would be the one movie Hugh Jackman would do?
If I'm gonna see, yeah,
or
not John Bernthal.
But Hugh Jackman. That would be
the one. I don't think he's ever coming back. He's made it pretty clear that I don't think he's ever coming back. It would be awesome, of course.
It would be,
but it wouldn't be nearly as dramatic as Logan was. Obviously, Logan is
of course not.
Logan is the perfect ending.
It's
the perfect ending. So I would be 100% fine with him never coming back, because you can't, if you're gonna end it. That is, and to have such a run, and he's had the longest superhero run of anyone, and that was the perfect ending. Not very many people get an ending like that.
No, they don't.
Tony Stark, he got a pretty good ending.
He did.
Captain America got a pretty good ending, but Wolverine, he got the ending he deserved. He got the ending he deserved. Yeah. Those movies should have been rated R from the start.
Too. I mean, almost a 20-year span. We started X-Men in 2000.
Yeah. Yeah. And it felt like we were paying our dues to get a rated R movie. Mm-hmm. Like we felt like we had to pay 20 years worth of
movie tickets in Blu-ray purchases.
Yeah, where we should have, the first fucking X-Men should have been rated R probably. The first time.
I think all of them should have been, just like Blade, just like Deadpool. There are certain Marvel things that we have to have rated R. We just do. I think Batman's one of them too. I mean, that's DC obviously, but you get what I'm saying.
It doesn't have to be rated R, but I think it makes it better.
It does, man. I mean, leave the PG shit for like the cartoons and stuff, because I don't care to see a bunch of gore in a cartoon. I do care to see realism, like when I go to the cinema. That's why Dark Knight was interesting, because that was like PG-13, but they did a very dark PG-13. That's what I appreciated about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't mind a movie that does that, obviously,
but I like Deadpool and Wolverine related is it, if they were going to do a new movie with John Bernthal, I would love to see a Hulk versus Wolverine with a recast of Hulk, because the cartoon and the comic is very dark. It's very dark. And Deadpool's in it. A lot of people are in it. So you could but yeah, I would love a
Would you want to go with the straight adaptation of the comic book, cuz the ending is kind of
as long as we get that scene of Wolverine getting torn in half, and then him climbing up the mountain torn in half, that's the only scene I'd want. And that would obviously have to be rated R, because I mean, his entrails were hanging out and everything, and he had to climb that mountain. And I have 2 working legs, and I don't like climbing mountains. So just imagine.
No. Do you hear 11 people died on Mount Everest so far? And the number just keeps going up. Yeah, they're dying up there this year because it's so.
They always
crowded.
die. People always die.
Well, I know, but so many people want to do it now. It's such like the.
There's so many people doing where I don't think it's that great anymore.
No, it's like
everyone.
After like 100.
There's one guy. One guy just broke the record. He went up there like 20 times or something. Like he's just doing it for fun at this point. He's just all right, guys. I'm going up again.
He's like,
see you later.
See you on Thursday. But God, Ted's going up there 3-day trip.
The real story is there's so much trash up there that the people, I can't remember what they're called, but the people that like will take you up there, the highest point where all the people from Himalayas and everything, that culture, they're stopping. They're saying, okay, you can only have a certain amount now, because they're just trashing it. And there's so many when people die up there, they have to stay.
They have to stay up there. Yeah, the bodies stay up there.
So
you're walking over dead bodies because there's not enough room.
Because people are just, I mean, no one's hiking down their trash from Everest.
Of course not.
You're lucky you're hiking yourself down in one place.
Exactly.
So
you're lucky to get enough.
Apparently,
oxygen
it's a shithole up there. Yeah, and there's so much trash and everything. So
it's so stupid.
Do something else.
I know. Find a better hobby. Like
go
do
to
a
Mars.
Podcast about watching movies. You know. I mean,
do something useful.
Do something
you're
supposed to fucking do. I mean, don't do things that you're gonna fucking die doing.
Yeah, but ridiculous.
So stupid, man.
I know.
Like those guys who jump out.
If you're gonna go climb Everest, you have to assume you're gonna die.
Yeah,
like you should go. No one should be surprised.
No,
no one should be shocked that their friend didn't make it to Everest.
Like what? What?
Like,
James died up there on the hill. He was 2 miles up.
What? He was a mailman. He walked every day. What do you mean?
He was in the best shape of his life.
Yeah,
we miss you, James.
But yeah, so and if someone dies up there, you can always go up and see them because they're literally frozen in the last spot.
They're probably waving. Or they're probably like this.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people, I think that, although it is morbid and kind of grotesque, it's kind of like going up there in a time machine. You're seeing all these people that haven't been alive since the 90s, and they're exactly like the same. I mean, they're frozen.
Isn't that freaky, though?
Yeah, it is.
Because, like...
It's walking up a graveyard going up there, and just not, 11 people this year.
Yeah.
Imagine every year at least 4 or 5 people are dying. So I'm sure
that's a big cool grave, like to be buried. You're like, dude, I died on top of Mount Everest.
It'd be cool if you're at the very top and you're double flipping everyone
as you're frozen. It'd be a lot better than Jack in The Shining, instead of all crazy.
Or what the really shitty part is getting frozen up there and you're like 20 feet from the stop. So like everyone will always remember the guy who almost made it to Everest. The guy who almost didn't fail. Yeah. The guy almost became something. He died.
A lot of them die on the descent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They get to the top and then they die on the descent.
Well,
Can you imagine being like, I did it. And then 5 minutes later, you're like, okay, I'm dead.
You know what? This isn't scientific, but I bet a big reason that a lot of people do die on the descent is that they're like, okay, I made it. I don't really give a fuck anymore. Like, if I die, I die. Or
I've come to realize this will always be the greatest moment of my life. Anything after this.
You're literally peaking, and that's also a mountain joke. You're literally on the.
There's no higher peak.
No, you're never going to top that. You could have like 1 million kids, and those kids can be so special. They're never going to be better than you going up to Everest. So everything you do from now on, getting that promotion. You got a promotion.
Little Jimmy, I climbed Everest. Winning a gold medal in the Olympics. I don't care, Jimmy.
Imagine sitting at your kid's T-ball award ceremony. And
this little
shit
is getting
for nothing.
Award? For what? For participating?
I climbed Everest, you little shit.
Come here, little Jimmy. Come here. Let me tell you.
You think I got a medal? I saw 4 of my friends die up there.
Medal? Yeah, exactly. I was in the trenches. You
didn't do shit.
T-ball? You didn't do shit. You hit a ball off a tee.
I guess that's why they keep going back up there.
Yeah, probably.
Because that's all they got.
Because they're egotistical maniacs. Yeah, that makes sense.
We'll climb it someday. We'll get up there. Maybe we'll do the first podcast up there.
Yeah, maybe we'll just do the first live
You know what would be cool? We go up there and we review the movie Everest.
That's a great idea. Let's schedule it for
tomorrow.
Never.
We'll get that scheduled. We'll get that down. We'll do a little. We'll
talk to our producers, see if they're cool with it.
That's probably a depressing movie to bring up on the mountain, though, because none of those guys.
It wouldn't be the best. You're probably not going to get too good a service, so we'll probably have to download it before we get up there.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, yeah, and we could. No, it's a dark joke. I was gonna say we could have one of the people that were on the movie, all the guests, because they'll be up on the mountain still. So we could just pull them to the side, and I'm sure
pull them up, sit them up because they're probably frozen.
Sit them, put a mic right in front of their face, and let them let the wind
howl
talk
and whistle for them. Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, that's our
maybe
Everest
it'll
talk.
be like Ghost Adventures. We'll be like that Zach guy. We're just like freaking out. We hear like wind howling. We're like, oh, that was the spirits.
Yeah. Why is that
freaking out?
Why does that pussy Zach go up there? You know that place is haunted as hell.
Of course it is. It's got corpses everywhere.
He's trying to find ghosts.
Yeah,
if you're really trying to find ghosts, go find ghosts. Go to the hotbed.
Mount Everest. You don't think those ghosts have some interesting stories to tell?
Yeah. They're probably ghosts still in those bodies. Yeah.
They're psychiatrists. They're insane people.
He's a fake. He's a phony. He's not willing to risk his life.
No, he's
to find ghosts. And if he was a true ghost hunter,
a real one,
he'd be up there.
He would be.
Well, what else you got, Mace? Oh, I got to talk about this.
Let's do it.
Joker movie confirmed.
That was one of mine. Yes.
We were just talking about it. We had to bring it up. Speaking of rated R, that's huge.
Oh, it's so huge.
Joker movie. Yeah. So, and that's 3 movies DC's coming out with that are rated R.
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing. This is what DC needs to do. Forget making the giant cinematic universe. You're not going to beat Marvel. No. They've done it. They perfected it.
They have.
It's
the formula.
Yeah.
They've perfected.
The best job you can do is hope to just recreate that. And even then, you're still copying him. So why not just stick with these spin-off movies? Birds of Prey is supposed to be rated R. Amazing.
Yep.
I think the standalone Harley Quinn movie is supposed to be rated R. And now the Joker is supposed to be rated R. That's like 3 of their next 4 movies coming out. That's amazing. If you're going to go dark, make it fucking rated R. Don't make a dark PG-13 movie.
Did you
make just a good rated R movie?
Mm-hmm. Did you see Todd Phillips' quote on this too? It was hilarious when he confirmed it. He goes, "Hey, it will be R-rated. I've been asked this a lot. Just assume people knew. Period. Sorry."
No, Todd. Of course we didn't know. It's the fucking.
We didn't.
It's a comic book movie industry.
I mean, Jesus, Venom was just PG-13. I mean, you're leaving us on the edge of our seats right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta let us know.
So if the Venom director was like, "Of course it's gonna be rated R," of course it's gonna be. Then I would be like, "Yeah, of course, a Venom movie. You could not make a Venom movie PG-13," but of course he did it. Yeah. But I mean, you can't make a Joker movie that's PG-13.
Especially with
Joaquin
Phoenix.
Yeah, and we knew, if anything's going to be rated R, we knew it was going to be. But to have it confirmed. And of course, Todd Phillips. Why didn't you come out months ago and confirm it for us then?
You're killing us, and you know what you're doing.
And Todd Phillips, he's never made a PG-13 movie in his life.
I don't think he has.
I don't think any of the Hangovers were PG-13. And I don't think he's ever. Yeah, but that's awesome. DC, keep fucking doing that. Yep. Keep making these standalone, these Elseworld movies. We don't care about teams. I'm not much of a team player in the first place. I don't care about groups getting together. No. Just do standalone. This is what I want to see. I want to do separate. So hopefully the Robert Pattinson movie will be a standalone on its own as well, and not intertwined.
Yeah, no.
And maybe it'll be rated R as well.
Exactly.
Could we get a Batman movie rated R?
Yes, we can. I believe in it.
You said that without thinking about it.
No, I have thought about
That's the biggest franchise. That's the biggest comic book franchise. I don't care. I think
DC would take the risk. If these 3 rated R movies do great, they will make it rated R.
They can't be risking too much.
They can.
They're on their last dollar.
No, they're not doing that bad.
That Stan Lee guy. Yeah, let's hear it.
Of DC, I'd like to give you the lineup for 2019 and 2020. You want to hear it?
Oh, absolutely.
So we got the Joker that's coming out October 4th, 2019. Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, February 7th, 2020. Wonder Woman 1984, June 5th, 2020. And then 2021, we have The Batman, June 25th, 2021. And Suicide Squad 2, August 6th, 2021.
I told you, man, they are taking advantage of Marvel slowing down. They
definitely are.
Because second Marvel took their foot off the gas pedal, DC was like, go.
Now,
everyone,
this is our opportunity.
Go.
We have
put
one
out
shot,
every
one
movie you've ever wanted.
They're all playing Eminem's 8 Mile soundtrack.
Playing.
That's all they're
Mom
doing.
Spaghetti. That's all they're eating.
They're all getting pumped up. They're all wearing beanies and sweatshirts.
Sure,
it's a new company. Uniform.
But yeah, that's a good. Marvel's lineup. Marvel doesn't have anything going on.
They don't have much. Not right now. No, I mean they have the Eternals that they're trying to get started.
But it has not
even close into development. No,
Homecoming.
People, though.
Homecoming is predicted to set up Phase 4. Phase 4, yeah.
Which is the multi-universe. Yeah. So we'll be seeing a lot of fuckery, I'm sure. But one thing about Marvel is it's not fuckery that we don't like. It's just more, more storylines and different ways they're going to take it.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm fine with because I know they're going to tie it in and do a good job because they've done a good job for 20-something years, But DC, yeah, even out to 2022 because you got to remember Aquaman 2 is set for December 16th, 2022. And unknown release dates in DC is The New Gods, The Flash, Black Adam, Shazam 2. Oh, and speaking of Shazam 2, we have a Zachary Levi came out and said when they're going to start shooting Shazam 2, which is going to be in the summer of 2020. So in about a year.
That's awesome. I love Shazam. I'm pumped for Shazam. I honestly wish I would have went and saw Shazam again in the theater.
Yeah, so do I.
I haven't seen Avengers yet for the second time either. I need to go see that again as well because I didn't see that in the theater. Actually, I did see it twice. Never mind. Maybe we'll see it third time then. But yeah, I need to.
I saw Avengers twice.
I saw it. I think I saw it twice for sure too.
I saw it the second time in the movie parlor, but the very front where I was laying on the couch. So I was just like, oh, thank God. This is actually the best seat for a 3-hour movie.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You get to lay on your back. I'm like, well, what's better than this? Because, I mean, you sit in a seat for 3 hours straight, your back starts to hurt, start to get uncomfortable.
I know my best time going to that movie parlor is sitting down some guy with a full beer pitcher for himself and just drink it throughout the entire thing.
So you were sitting next to me.
No, just some old guy was living the life, man.
He was,
full pitcher of beer. We're watching a movie.
What's better than that? And you know what? He's probably going to cruise the mall for a little bit. He'll probably go back in and watch a second movie. Because that's exactly what I do.
He'll probably get a little handsy with the guest.
I would hope not. I know. Let's just assume this guy's a nice guy. I don't know why we're jumping to the assumption that this random old guy is going to get a little handsy with the theater
old people.
guests.
I know once they get a little liquor, they get a little handsy. They can do whatever they want.
Oh, I don't know.
I think they've been around.
It's a very rough assumption of this man.
I should be saying that most of our viewers are 90 plus, which is odd.
We have a lot of World War II veterans watch the podcast.
Not sure.
We do support you. Thank you for your service.
We do. We're not one of those podcasts who are against World War II veterans. We are one of them. Therefore, we were. We're very upfront about that.
We are.
We're not going to hide or support. Nope. I hate Hitler for one. I was never a big fan of him.
Never a fan. I actually
not a good guy.
Despise the guy.
Not my top 10. I'll tell you that much.
No, not making that list.
But yeah, huge following of the geriatrics, which is nice. We don't got them for long.
Since we're on the topic
of old people,
no,
do you got like a Harrison Ford?
No, I don't. We were on the topic of DC. I got one more DC news, just because I don't want to give it later.
Sure.
Black Manta star wants to team with Harley Quinn in the Suicide Squad, the sequel. I'd like to see Black Manta in more than what we saw him in Aquaman, though. I didn't feel like it was enough.
It's so funny to me about how there's so many actors just coming out and be like, I want to do this.
I want to do this because I understand I will be financially stable for the next 15 to 25 years of my life.
You mean you want to work? Yeah.
You mean you want this job? This lucrative job? Of course.
But I wonder if that's a more recent thing with so many. It has to be with the media because I can't imagine an actor like in like the 60s or 70s come out and be like, I want this fucking role. I got to get this role.
Yeah.
Because we're saying that because the cyber actor who plays Cyborg, he came out and said, I think I'll return.
Yeah, he's like, I'm pretty sure I got this job. Yeah.
Like it seems like there's no basis for what they're going off here. And they're just like, I think I got it.
I think everything's good.
Because what's his name? Flash. Flash, he's trying to write his own movie just to make sure. He's still the
Flash, yeah.
So there's a lot of people who come out and say, I want this role. I mean, of course, Black Man just wants to be in. It'd be it's an odd team up for sure. Yeah. I mean.
And of course, when I read those headlines, that's the first thing I think of too. I'm like, well, obviously you want to.
I know. It's I want to be in a movie with Margot Robbie also.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, just being in her presence would melt my face.
But he didn't die. He didn't die at the end, huh? Black Mantis.
No, he didn't.
He got the shit kicked out of him.
He did.
I remember that.
But they got to set it up for later because that's like Aquaman's main villain is Black Manta. So they
that and Ocean Master, who was the main bad guy for the last one. Yeah, he's got some fruity bad guys.
I lied. I got one more news, and you're gonna laugh because we literally have just been talking about this. Aubrey Plaza wants to play Catwoman, but she'll have to get in line behind Morena Bart and Vanessa Hudgenson.
Yeah,
that's Hudgens, whatever.
Of course. She might be a good Catwoman, though.
You think so?
I don't know if she can play a real... I don't know. Can she play a villain?
Oh, yeah, she could. Yeah, because think about her witty sarcasm.
Yeah, but she's
she
more...
Could play it in
she's
like a
she's like awkward, though. She's got that awkward kind of personality.
No, she gives you those eyes of, I'm going to fuck you up.
No, Aubrey Plaza she's never fucked up anyone.
Well, obviously not, but she can give you that look. Look at this look here, my dude.
Yeah, but
that's a look.
That's a movie I've never seen before.
Oh. Well, that
looks like it's a movie from something new, so I don't know. I mean,
it's probably from Chucky.
To be fair, she is playing the mom in Chucky, so if she's
getting
mom's roles...
Mom and Chucky, she can do anything, right?
Yeah, well, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't say so, but yeah, so that's cool, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I guess. We'll see. I mean, is Catwoman even in
anything?
Yeah.
No, Halle Berry killed that role.
Yeah,
she killed. I mean, literally killed it. Not in a good way. She killed it, but she might have killed the role of Catwoman of ever getting another movie.
It can never be revitalized.
It's one of the worst movies of all time. Look at this. Upcoming movies, New Mutants. I gotta click on it. We gotta figure out. We gotta get to the bottom of what's going on here. Oh, 2020.
Oh my God. When was this movie shot?
Maisie Williams.
Shot in like 2015.
It was shot. All of these kids are full-blown adults. They might have they might have kids of their own at this point.
The kids are probably as old as they were when they shot this.
I don't know, man. This is the latest. Oh, the latest news is June 14th. Oh, that's just comic book news. There's nothing. We're never going to get this movie.
No, we're never going to get it. I mean, dude, if it's June of 2020, just forget about it. Just shit can the whole thing. I don't even want to see it at this
X-Men
point.
producer disavows Dark Phoenix, Apocalypse, and New Mutants.
Wow,
Why'd you produce them?
Yeah.
Why'd you produce 3 of those
This guy's
movies?
swinging for the fence.
The thing that got me about Dark Phoenix, before I even heard, but was the director. He was like... They're interviewing him, and he's like, well, let's just forget about Apocalypse and X-Men Last Stand. He's like, because those are the worst ones. He directed both those movies.
Didn't think that
so it did not give me very much hope when he was like, let's forget about those 2 movies that he just did, and we'll move on with the rest of them.
Sounds like a Michael Bay situation, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it was where they just like, we know this guy. We already got him a trailer.
We trust him.
Yeah.
He's made us money before.
He's not moving out of the studio at this point. We're kind of stuck with him, so let's just keep giving him
He's got his cotton shit in the corner. It's not good.
But Apocalypse was horrible. I wonder if Dark Phoenix is any better.
That's why I didn't go see Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
Apocalypse, I was like, what the fuck is this?
It was so bad.
It was not good.
Hey, I don't see how Dark Phoenix could be as bad as Apocalypse.
No, nor do I. But based on reviews, it is.
That's what people are saying. Mm-hmm. It's so crazy and unfortunate because there's so many good actors.
There are, and the X-Men are freaking awesome. There's
so
many cool mutants, and they're just... And to think, like, did we ever think that the X-Men franchise would get to this point where we don't even give a crap to go see the movie? Did you ever think?
No. I remember the excitement of the first X-Men because that was the first kind of superhero movie team up that we ever saw. Yeah, and I was unbelievably excited. Well, that came out in like 2002 or something, early 2000. 2000. Yeah, so I was pumped when that came out. Yes, but that's really just how spoiled we are, and they're really shitty. The first X-Men movie was really good. The second one, was alright.
The second one wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Yeah. Third one. It was getting a little hand, and then everything after that kind of slipped out. And then there was a bunch of Wolverines after that as well.
There were, yep.
I don't remember it. But that's how spoiled we are these days. So many superheroes that we don't even care about X-Men anymore. No. I could care less about those punk-ass kids. And for one, I know what's going to happen. They're all young. I know most of them are going to live. I've seen the other movies.
Yeah. Unless you do an alternative route where some of them die as young kids, it doesn't work.
But it's not because all those movies are connected. Mm-hmm. They're all in the same universe, so you can't do separate. So you know Jean Grey and all those people they're gonna die, and she's like the main bad person in this one.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't. It's unfortunate. Superhero movies are they're on their way out. I've been saying it for years. Back to the Western. Getting back on that Western vibes.
I'm all for that.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say something else.
I'm all for
surprised.
That.
You looked
Quentin Tarantino, those films, I'm all for them, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We got, speaking of that, I already showed you the new poster for the new Quentin Tarantino movie.
Once Upon a Time
in Hollywood, yeah.
Man, I love it.
Awesome.
I love it, Cash.
I know.
Cannot wait for this. We might have to do that as another trailer reaction.
Because
I haven't seen the extended
I can't wait for the guy who plays Charlie Manson. I can't wait for a good Charlie Manson.
Just him turning around and waving. I'm like,
imagine being typecasted to that guy.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate because he's never going to play another role.
Never.
And you know that's the same guy who's playing Charlie Manson in Mindhunter season 2.
Seriously?
The same guy.
That's awesome.
2 separate directors casted him as Charlie Manson.
I mean, it's not awesome. Let's hope he's not method because we're going to get another...
But man, could you be worse typecast? I mean, what? Unless you're like a guy.
Yes and no, though, because it could be an iconic role where we sit back and go, "Whoa,
absolutely."
That was good.
But then, is it going to be where everything passed? You're like, "Oh my god, that's Charlie Manson," because that guy looks like, and that's because imagine that guy growing up. Everyone was like thinking, "This guy's starting to look like Charlie Manson."
I don't know if I can be your friend anymore. I mean, you're a
Whose
good
kid
dude,
is this? But you were freaking me out, guy. And then one day he's like, okay, I'll do it.
You know what?
I
People
am
been
Charlie
calling
Manson.
me Charlie Manson my whole life. It's time for me to take hold of my
imagine
life.
his dad. His dad was probably
horns.
thinking, did my wife ever...
Did she have this weird
letter
affair with...
Did she go to Charlie Manson in jail and have sex? Because my kid looks exactly like that fucker.
This is starting to freak me out a little bit. Where were you in 68?
I gotta know, yeah. But because that is funny to me. I mean, because at one point you gotta think, oh my God, I do look like Charlie Manson. I look like one of the worst human beings in
on
history.
The face of the planet, and it's not
that's like
even
being
my
born.
fault.
I'm looking just like Hitler, like being born with a Hitler mustache.
Yeah.
And be like,
People
I can
just
only
hate you.
be Hitler,
and it's unfortunate because you don't deserve it. But people just naturally hate you.
But you got to respect the guy for going just full on board with it, because some
said,
people
you know
would
what?
definitely
we
fight
gotta do it.
Some people would be like, I'll cut my hair. I'm not gonna look like him. Maybe I'll get a hipster bun or something, because that's something Charlie Manson would never wear. But this guy's going in on it.
Well, and it can turn into that thing too, where it becomes a thing like the guy who played a Notorious B.I.G. You know what I mean? Or like Tupac, where it's like they never get roles again. But this guy's actually very, very active.
Yeah, and Quentin Tarantino would not hire a guy just for looking like someone.
No,
you gotta be.
This guy's got actually a really impressive resume.
And David Fincher, who does Mindhunter, another amazing director. So this guy can obviously act. They're not hiring him just for looking like. Because I'm sure there's probably a few people out there.
He is
an
Australian actor, though, so that's why we haven't heard of him as much. But he's done work since.
Oh yeah.
He's got over 100 credits, so he's...
See, and that's perfect for him, because in Australia, Charlie Manson's not nearly probably as big.
No.
So you can probably walk around...
Oh, okay, I'll say, I don't care who the bloody hell's...
I don't know what that accent is. It's like a mix of very insensitive.
It was extremely, extremely insensitive.
Yeah.
But you know what? I speak before I think.
It's true, you do.
Not vice
that's
versa.
True, but,
yeah.
So Charlie Manson from Australia kind of makes him scarier, to be honest.
A little bit, because those people will do anything.
Because I can imagine Charlie Manson being Australian. He might have killed 80 people if he was Australian, because they do things a little more. They're a little more into it.
Yeah, I would say.
Than when they're
Just
really getting into it.
Yeah.
And he could have went out and lived for years out in the bush or something, with kangaroos and whatnot.
With his colt too, out there in the middle of nowhere. No one's coming out. They don't care. Be a colt. In Australia?
We're not going out there. It's fucking dangerous as hell. They got some billion spiders. Yeah. If you want to live out there, live out there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course, Charlie Manson and his cult, they also lived in Death Valley.
Mm-hmm.
But no one messes with them out there either.
No, that's why they were able to accumulate and grow. and become more brainwashed. Because no one's willing to venture out that far. It's just not going to happen.
No, yeah. That's a good call. That's something I've never connected before. But if you're going to have a cult... just move them out there. Actually, that's what all cult leaders do. Actually, because fucking Jonestown, he moved them down to South America where no one wanted to go.
That worked out. He took them all.
Well, they all died.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so it didn't work out for everyone.
Well, it worked out for him. That
didn't work out for that senator that came down there. He got shot.
He got shot and killed. Yeah, it was a terrible trip. Not
a great vacation.
Whoever was planning, whoever was planning your trips, not very good. You got to think that one through.
No, it never really.
Armed cultists who have weapons everywhere, they're bound to kill you if you're a politician. Especially if you're telling them you need to come home. Probably a red flag that this guy's going to kill you. You weren't thinking that one through.
No,
you got to be smart.
I can't remember why I can't remember why that guy went down there. I think he was somehow supportive. Because Jones was in politics. He was really... He would have been a politician had he not been.
Well, he would have been
a
politician, but he would have been a reverend.
Yeah.
He would have been, but he went too far on that. Like, he had the capability to lead people.
There's a thin line between politician and cult leader. Right. You're dancing on that.
You're dancing on the line. And
we've been talking about cult leaders a lot. We did in our last podcast, too.
Very strange.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
It's a very real threat, though. It's a very real threat. And you don't know that you're in a cult. You could be in a cult right now. And you just think you're in a really tight club. We're this club, but we're tight.
Well, I mean, if you're watching this podcast, you're in a cult. You're in the Have You Seen It cult.
That's true. Whoa. We're going to need a few more followers before
Mind blown.
We're going to need a few more followers, though, before we start asking people to kill
Manson
himself.
did it with 25, 30.
He didn't ask him to kill himself, so. He didn't. We're looking for numbers.
We are. We want numbers. We want to break the records.
We're looking for numbers. We got to get up there. We got to get, because that's how you're going to get your podcast out.
That's how you do it.
That's how you're going to get your podcast out.
You got any other? Advertise that the podcast is a cult. Yes.
You got any other movie news for us?
Yeah, William, since we're on the Quentin Tarantino news.
Yes, sir.
William Shatner isn't concerned over Quentin Tarantino's Star Trek possibly being rated R.
Why would he be? Why would he be concerned?
I don't know. He's telling people on Twitter, he goes, you guys, basically I'm going to sum it up. He's like, hey, fans, chill. We have used expletives, and that's the word he used, before. Like, you got to chill. In Star Trek Discovery, we used expletives.
I don't think Shatner has much to do with Star Trek anymore. He fucking hates the fans, and I mean,
but he sure does talk about it a lot.
Well, yeah, because that's all he's got at this point. I mean, but yeah, he's never been too great of a guy with that Star Trek community. Not like someone like Mark Hamill, who's been pretty involved in. But I've always heard he's kind of an asshole. William Shatner.
Oh, I thought you meant Mark Hamill. I'm like, really?
No. I've always heard William Shatner's kind of an asshole, though. But yeah, I mean,
I could imagine. I mean, he's been bugged literally his whole life. I mean, so is Mark Hamill, but
yeah, and Mark Hamill has done a lot more outside of Star Wars than Shatner has. I mean, T.J. Hooker, he was in, but he hasn't done a whole lot. The Shat Man.
No, he has not.
Maybe Quentin Tarantino will give him a role. A little cameo action.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he will.
I still can't believe that Quentin Tarantino is. I won't believe it until I'm sitting in the theater watching a Star Trek movie.
There's no way they'll let him do one.
It's not gonna happen.
There's no way.
Well, I mean
nice
everyone's saying it's gonna happen, but
it's not gonna happen.
I see a million things going wrong. For one, it takes him like 4 years to do a movie.
No.
Because I mean, no one's rushing him, and with a movie like that, people are gonna be rushing him.
But he's going to want to take his time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's what he does.
Quentin Tarantino does. He takes his time and he makes great films.
And no one tells him what to do.
No
one tells him what. He's got no one in his ear going, all right, you got to get this money. Let's go. Mm-hmm. I mean, he takes his he almost canceled fucking Hateful Eight for being leaked. Like right before it was about to, because the script got leaked. He's like, I'm not doing it now. No way. After years of writing the script. So, I mean, there's really nothing. Yeah. So, I mean, he's
Imagine how mad you'd be working on a project like that for that many years, putting your heart, soul, and mind into it, and then having it get leaked weeks before you release your film.
Yeah, it's shitty.
That's real shitty.
I'm still going to do it, though.
Of course. That's what I'm saying.
Still going to release it.
I mean, he's crazy. I mean, the guy's literally crazy.
Yeah, he is a madman, yeah.
Because I would do it in a heartbeat. But nonetheless.
But he's also made 9 amazing movies.
Yes.
So if I've made 9 at that point and someone really, maybe I'm not carrying it as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said, fuck that. I love Quentin Tarantino, though. That's why his movies are great. He's got a vision. No one messes with him.
Yeah.
The director is the painter, right? You got to let him go. Let him go crazy.
You have to.
Don't put him in a box.
Do not put the man in the box.
That's how we get Michael Bay's.
It is.
It's how we get Michael Bay's, and it's how we get sequels. That's how we get too many sequels.
And we're done with it.
Because who are these guys directing these sequels?
I don't know.
They're not known.
No,
I mean,
they never are.
They're doing this for a paycheck. You know, you don't see fucking,
it's a system. We don't even blame the directors. Because if they wanted to pay me $5 million to make a movie, I would do it.
Absolutely. And they're getting paid a lot more than $5 million.
A lot of them.
You want to pay me $500? I'll direct any piece of shit you want.
Yeah, definitely.
It can be you.
Just for the experience.
Yeah.
Be like, you know what? You're not even worth your $500 salary. You don't know what's going on.
But if it's mine, though, and I create it from the ground up,
yes,
absolutely, then I'm going to be a little more
invested,
stingy. Yeah, if it's something else that someone else wrote, and they're like, "All right, come on here." You're like for like 20 minutes, yell at some people. Michael Bay, direct the explosions. We don't know what's going on. I'm guessing he's actually rigging the explosions. I would say, yeah. Like he's full on pyro. But yeah, so I don't know. They're still getting work though. It's always like the same 4 guys who are redirecting these, like the new Mummy and stuff like that. It's always the same guy.
Yeah.
But yeah. Get us in there. We'll direct a shitty movie for you. Yeah, we will. We'll do just as shitty as a job, if not shittier.
We're the next Coen brothers, but the opposite of them. We will destroy your movie. So
we will destroy every movie we touch. Yes. Yeah.
Coen brothers can do great work. We can not do great work, but we'll still get the work done.
But Coen brothers, expensive? Cheap. We're cheap.
We're super cheap.
We're cheap.
Super.
Also not brothers.
Also not brothers.
Not
either,
a real.
So it's not.
We're not too invested in each other. So
no. So at any time,
anytime you want to drop one of us, we're good for it.
We're good. I mean, whatever's best for the team. Overall.
Absolutely. Yeah. What is going on for the studio? We're team players.
We are.
Well, what else do we got? Any other movie news that's not superhero related or Star Wars related?
I do. The country Jordan.
This is. What do you got, Jordan?
They are not fans of polynormous relationships. Netflix had this show called Jinn, Jinn, that debuted on June 13th.
Polyamorous, that's when you get to fuck everyone, right?
When you have relationships with multiple people. Well, Jordan, this girl in this Jinn episode kissed 2 different people in one episode.
Nice.
Dun, dun, dun. So the country is calling for the immediate ban of this show. It should not be showed on Netflix. They have to take it down. The country is freaking out.
Oh my God. How many shows do they got running in Jordan?
Evil and virtuous spirits that have ulterior motives is what they're saying. Like these people
She kissed 2 different people?
Out. Yes. 2 different boys in one episode.
They must have like 4 shows on TV.
Al Jazeera, Jordan's prosecutor, called out the Ministry of Interior Cyber Crimes Unit to take immediate necessary measures to stop Jinn from showing up in Netflix content library due to such immoral scenes. Can you believe that?
Bro, I've seen kids shows where kids are kissing more than one person at a time. Hannah Montana. If you count her as 2 people, she was kissing all kinds of people.
And look, man, in hindsight, we got to look at this and we got to go, man, we are so blessed to be in this country because could you imagine 2 different people kissing each other and they're going to ban it and they're freaking out?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't too long ago that we didn't let 2 of the same sex.
This is very true. This is very true.
So we're not, I mean, it's not crazy.
We're not ideal.
It's not outside of the realm of possibility, but... So it's not real crazy for me to believe.
Hindsight is 2020, yes.
Because we still have definitely problems. We're not the most liberal, but yeah, I mean it's crazy. I mean you're cutting half your catalog if you're not letting 2 people kiss. I mean, fuck, dude, that's just
it's crazy. Well, it's crazy we live in.
But that's how that's Jordan, Turkey, and countries like that. Yeah. They're like that. I mean, there's a lot of. I would say there's more countries more closed-minded than there are more country open-minded where that would allow such a thing. Because I can't imagine a lot of Middle Eastern countries allowing shows where women are allowed to go outside without wearing full headdress, or allowing shows where people are kissing more than one person.
Yeah. That's
Satanism, man.
It is.
You gotta hang those people. You gotta put them on stakes and fry them up because 2 people kissing, they're going straight to hell.
Right.
They're going straight to hell for sure. Jinn, I've never even heard of it. Is it a pure Turkish? Not Turkey, it's Jordan.
Jordan, yeah, but it must be some foreign show because I've never heard of it either. Jinn, but it's on Netflix. It just dropped, so it's got to be foreign. So
man, imagine if Imagine if Jersey Shore aired over there. I mean, would their heads explode? Because they were fucking everyone in that show. So I can't imagine them watching like a Real World or something where everyone's kissing everyone. I mean, it's their country would erupt.
They would be lining people up who watch the show and executing them. Yeah, and that's the sad thing.
Because we have, it's so weird, because we have, there's every show. I can't even think of a show where, I mean...
Yeah, there's
where one couple is just sticking to the entire series of the show. Oh man, I can't walk down the street without being kissed by multiple people these days. So I mean, I can't go over to Jordan. I can't do that. We can't do a show in Jordan.
We can't.
We can't promote that. Although we don't have very many Jordan listeners, but if you are
Not
from
too
Jordan, let us know. Comment and let us know what's
What
going
part
on
of
with this
Jordan
show.
you're in,
Yeah, let us know.
Tell
Are you
us
a big
what-
Jin fan?
Yeah, tell us what films you can watch over there.
no.
Maybe we'll review a
Tell
film
us
you
what
can watch.
4 movies you're allowed to watch because there can't be a lot of them.
No.
There cannot be a lot of them.
Cannot be too many.
You see this Steven Spielberg remaking West Side Story. Spielberg. What's he doing these days?
I don't know. Never heard of him.
Why is he
But
not
yeah,
making
I did
anything?
hear he's starting
Why is he not
to
making
start
anything
filming on
cool
this.
anymore?
You know, I'm not quite sure.
When are we gonna see something? I don't want to say it,
Original?
but aliens.
Aliens. Yeah, that's what we need.
I mean, we need some more. I want a Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I want something original. I don't want to reboot
E.T.
Spielberg. Yes, give me
Yes.
something cool. I mean, not another E.T.
No, no sequel. I'm not saying that either.
Yeah,
no, I just mean in the line of aliens.
Yes, I want to do something cool. Man, Spielberg. I mean,
Where you at, bro?
how many years you got left? Let's be honest here, Steven. I'm gonna call
He's
him
got
Steven.
probably 20.
Yeah, at the
He's
most.
in his 60s. Yeah, because
Can he be directing in
78? He was directing Jaws.
Yeah, but not. But
77,
you can't.
whatever.
Not everyone can direct movies at 80. Not everyone can be Clint Eastwood.
Not everyone can be Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
That boy's in his deep 80s, and that he's still directing.
Is he in his 80s?
Yeah, probably not.
No,
he's
he's
probably
not.
78.
Yeah, you're thinking he's way too.
No, Martin's a little older.
But I know Martin likes to sit down a lot. You always see him sitting down.
Doesn't do a too lot. No, he's 76.
He's 5'4".
That's so short, man.
Yeah, 76. He's
Yeah, so we got a good another 16 years out of him, at least, with modern and science advancements.
You think he's gonna
No
be 90?
reason we can't get him that long.
He's looked 80 years old
Since
as long as I've ever known him.
1997. Yes.
He hasn't always looked exactly, except for this. There's a little young. He's young in that one.
Wow, look at a young Martin Scorsese.
Great
What
looking
a
guy.
guy. What a guy.
Wanted to be a priest.
Yep. Ended up being a director.
They're similar.
Very similar.
Very
In a lot of ways.
They're telling people what to do. Both
They
of
are.
them are.
Yeah.
Both
Just
of
in
them are
different
telling you
ways,
how to
different
live your life.
methods.
Yeah.
Mhm.
One's telling you you're going to go to hell. You don't listen to them. The other one is probably telling you the same thing. Probably you're going to hell. If you're
But
not
in a
close.
different subcontext. Yeah.
Well, you got any other movie news for us? I saw this. Channing Tatum has agreed to join the cast of Ryan Reynolds' action comedy Free Guy about a bank teller stuck in his routine that discovers he's an NPC and a character in a brutal open world game.
Whoa.
Now they got
okay.
the Tatum.
So it's literally, let's think. This is like Jumanji, but rated R.
It's
Or not Jumanji.
It's kind of like, well, it's an NPC, so it's a non-playable character. So it'd be like if you're in a game,
it's like
and
Black
a storekeeper, he's playing like the storekeeper, and he's just realizing now that he's in a video game and his life is pointless.
Mhm.
That's the whole thing. So Channing Tatum, I'm gonna guess right now, Channing Tatum, he's gonna be the main character of the game. He's gonna come in and help Ryan Reynolds
yeah,
out
of course.
because he looks like a video.
Because he looks
game.
like a video game. Yeah.
And he
guy.
couldn't be an NPC. He couldn't be just some random character because he looks like a god.
He
I
does.
mean, you see that guy in a video game, you assume he's going to be a main character. Look at the Nacho Libre painting.
Still a great film.
Oh, absolutely.
Get that cone out of my face.
Get that cone out of my face.
I never laughed so hard. Gosh.
I love Nacho Libre. Fun story about that. I was in Universal Studios when they were filming that. And we were on the tour. Crazy story. We'll keep it going. We were on the tour of the tour, the backlot tour.
Yeah, of course.
They do the studio tour.
Mhm.
And we're going through there, and the two, do you remember the movie pretty well? Nacho Libre. Do you remember the two little like demon guys he fights, the twins?
Yes.
They ran out of the studio. They were filming inside and started messing with the people on the bus.
That's so awesome.
Is that not insane?
That's so
They were
cool.
filming an inside scene of one of the wrestling matches during that. Yeah, and they're creepy as hell. And no one knew what it was because the movie wasn't
movie
out
hasn't
yet.
came out yet, so
we're
you're like,
what the
hell
fuck
is
that?
going on? Yeah.
Those little messing with people. Isn't that crazy though? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Later we found out they were in. I still don't really understand what those guys were. like
Ewoks? I have no idea. Yeah, I don't.
They're wearing very real. But remember when you see them later, they're still wearing the mask. Yeah. Like, was that their head?
And like the fur or whatever they're wearing on the bottom.
And like the mouths moved and stuff. So like it's the most realistic wrestling mask of all time. Love that movie. We got to do the Nacho Libre breakdown sometime.
Yeah, we definitely do. That's a movie we have to review.
That one's gonna be
So did you hear about Disneyland moving forward, the Marvel Land? But they can't call it Marvel Land, obviously. But
why?
I don't know. I read the article and it still didn't make sense to me.
Oh, the Marvel Land doesn't sound really good.
No, it doesn't. It sounds
because
stupid.
It's not called Star Wars Land.
No, it's called Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, so they're gonna name it,
like Avengers headquarters or something like that. I mean, the fact that they haven't moved forward on that's a cash grab and a half.
I know.
Throw some people in some costumes and get a blonde guy that looks like Hulk or Thor, so walking him around. That's a big money grab for sure.
Hell yeah, it is. People want pictures all day long.
But it's supposed
to release in 2020. It's going in California Adventure.
How could it be released in 2020? How long did it take them to build?
The D23 Expo that's in August 23rd through the 25th is going to release more information. But the breaking news is that they're moving along faster than originally planned, and it's going to be released in 2020. When in 2020, we're not quite sure. But it could be the very end of 2020. So it could be like December.
It must not be that big of a thing.
No, it must not be that big either. No. It's in California Adventure, so it's probably not that big.
Why not build a huge fucking Avengers
headquarters? Walk through the whole headquarters.
Get a couple rides in there. Do get a roller coaster or something.
When you could do the rides within the headquarters, build the actual headquarters, and then do rides around it.
Do something big. Do something awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be
cool.
Put
a restaurant in the middle of the headquarters on the bottom part. I mean, dude, I'll put this whole thing together for you. Put the headquarters up on top. You can do all the computers and the gaming for the kids.
Yeah.
It would be really cool, dude. That whole experience.
So far, the Galaxy's Edge only has one ride in it.
Yes.
And the entire thing, it's just the Smuggler's Escape or whatever. And I saw
aren't they putting more in, though?
Yeah, I'm guessing because they always leave room for. Yeah, I'm guessing they'll eventually expand. Because that's going to be huge. Why would you not just keep building more Star Wars parks and then just make it its own park eventually?
Is Star Tours still in Disneyland?
I don't think so. I think they took Star Tours out a while ago, actually.
No, they didn't because they revamped it.
That's what it was. Yeah, I would assume that they took it out, right? I mean,
yeah, but maybe not. Maybe they leave it in as a novelty. What else are they going to put there?
I would be fine if they moved it over to Galaxy's Edge, although it's not congruent to the story, I guess.
No, it's not. It's more old school. Yeah. So maybe
that whole Galaxy's Edge just has a whole fantasy story to it or whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Star Tours is in Tomorrowland.
Or Tomorrowland, not Fantasyland, Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at this. I'm going to break this news right now. I'm going to break it.
Let's hear it.
Right here.
Wow.
Gladiator 2 producers confirm timeline on Ridley Scott's sequel.
And what is the timeline?
Set 25 years after.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm guessing it's not going to be Russell Crowe.
Why not?
Because he got stabbed and he died at the end. The Gladiator.
Well, no, I know that, but I mean, like, what? Then what is it going to be about?
I don't know. Why not just make it? I was just thinking about this we do not get very many Roman movies or gladiator movies anymore. There's so many stories you can do too.
I remember the Kingdom of Heaven with Orlando Bloom. I remember all of them, dude. They were so good.
Gladiator's one of my favorite movies of all time. Awesome. Gladiator's so good. But we don't get
especially for the time. This was made in 2000.
Oh, those movies are usually very expensive to make because you got to do the whole world. I mean, look at Game of Thrones. Yeah, But I would love more Roman gladiator movies and everything. I love that.
They could do a series on it.
Well, yeah, they do a shit ton. They have Rome and all those series. But, producers behind Ridley Scott's Gladiator follow Walter F. Parks and Laurie McDonald have confirmed that the sequel will be set 25 years after the original, which I think the original was released 25 years ago. So I think they're doing around the...
No, the original was in 2000. Are you talking about for Gladiator?
Oh, yeah, the original.
Yeah, Gladiator. The original was in, 2000.
So almost 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years in the future.
So it's going to be even a little longer, yeah. I don't know. No idea how they're going. I'm not even sure if Ridley Scott is involved, to be honest. Yeah, it was set in 2000. Set in Roman times, the story of a once powerful general forced to become a common gladiator, Maximus. That movie is so good. You gotta watch it. If you're gonna watch Gladiator and you haven't watched it, do not watch it on TV. You gotta gotta get an actual, because they will cut one, it's 3 hours
literally
long.
the whole movie they'll cut. They'll cut it down to about 2 hours and 6 minutes.
Well, yeah, they'll cut it down to 2 hours. I mean, you have to get those commercials in, but they'll cut it down and they'll cut out every fight that you need, because it's brutal. It's a brutal.
Yeah, it's a very.
I remember I watched it. This got to be one of the first rated R movies I watched. I watched it very young, but watching those lions come out, start eating people.
Braveheart was one of the first rated R movies I watched.
Braveheart's probably one of those ones too, because I had Gladiator and Braveheart both on VHS.
Yep.
But they're the ones I was never supposed to watch. Braveheart's one that is really fucking brutal. It's one that probably a kid shouldn't watch. Because that one, a lot of people are dying in Braveheart. And they get naked a lot of times.
They're get naked. There are some beheadings.
Yeah, there is some. He
gets
quartered at the very end, which is unfortunate.
It was very unfortunate for him. Did not last long thereafter.
No, William Wallace did not have much of a career after getting cut into fours.
He did not.
Not a lot of people bounce back from that.
No. Tough recovery.
Toy Story 4, the first Pixar movie in 23 years.
This was crazy.
To debut without an animated short. Why is that?
No idea.
That must be something real serious. When you go in there and you don't, that means Pixar is people are gonna get killed off in this one.
Don't tell me that. I'm already getting emotional.
Bo Peep's gonna get pregnant.
Well, good for Woody.
Woody's gonna die.
They call him Woody for a reason. Look.
The guy fucks.
He does. Why do you think Bo Peeps wins?
He was a sex toy.
He was. Yeah.
Do you think sex toys come alive in the Toy Story world? Because they are toys.
Man, can you imagine the depressing
I'm going to write
stories?
them. I'm going to write Pixar now.
He flipped me over and just suffocated me in the pillow. That's terrible. No, I don't want to hear any sex toy stories ever. I never want to see that movie.
Well, you know what's the line?
It'd just be sad and depressing.
They're
all having
all toys come alive.
All humans are having
all
sex
toys
without
come alive.
the toys' consent, and it's not acceptable.
It's rape, absolutely.
It's rape of toys, especially if they come alive. So we have a moral issue we have to deal with.
I really want to know now. I've never thought about it. You got to think some kids probably do some weird stuff with some regular dolls too. So these toys are really getting.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, Toy Story 4, no animated short. You know, maybe it's really long. They just said we gotta get it.
Oh yeah, I guarantee it's over 2 hours. It has to be over 2 hours.
Why? This is not even confirmed. It's the last one, right?
No, I think it is. I think it is the last one.
I hope so. God, I hope so.
Why? They're all good.
Yeah, but I want it to end. I don't want to just keep going. If at some point they're gonna stop being good.
I love them. No, not if they keep being good. The first time they make a bad one.
Well, yeah, Batman.
Fine, quit making them. But this one's got 100% on Rotten Tomato right now.
Yeah, I'm sure it is going to be good. But even them are saying, well, yeah, because this, I mean, as of now, I think it's the last one.
Yeah, it is.
Because Pixar just came out and said, after this, no more sequels, no more.
All original content.
Yeah, all original stuff. OG stuff. So, going to have to wait 10 more years on The Incredibles 3.
Dang it.
God damn.
Dang it.
I can't wait any longer. Well, Mace, we got anything else?
No, I think that about does it.
I think so.
Good episode.
Absolutely.
Had a lot to talk about, a lot to get through today. You guys can find us on YouTube. Type in Have You Seen It Podcast. We are the first channel to pop up now on it. Algorithms are picking up.
What?
I'm so excited. I typed in Have You Seen It Podcast.
It's because that hate that I told people. Remember when I told everyone to go and...
a lot of hate comments. We appreciate it.
They've been getting some?
No, we have been.
Oh, because remember the last one, I told everyone to go and get them.
I edited that out of the video. I did. Go check out
it's a good call.
Yeah,
it's a good call.
I was like, you know what? Probably don't want to get pulled here, so I'm going to edit this little 6-second snippet out. Wow. I most certainly did. May still be in audio format because I might have just edited out of the video.
Well, now you know we're being censored. So if you want to go listen to that podcast where I throw some shade on the other Have You Seen It?
Yeah.
So, those bastards stole from us. We gotta let them know. We
had the name first, so we're still bitter. We're still bitter.
Yeah. And now we're first in the algorithm.
We are. Well, type in "Have You Seen It" podcast. We're number one.
Okay.
So yeah,
sure.
Just
so
type in, have you seen a podcast? Yeah, that's literally our name. So
okay.
So
yeah, don't type in anything else because it wouldn't make any sense.
It wouldn't make sense. You can find us on YouTube. Type in Have You Seen It Podcast, The Angry Popcorn Guy. Hit that subscribe button. You can find us on Twitter, Seen It Podcast. Instagram, Have You Seen It? Facebook, type in Have You Seen It Podcast. Our Facebook page will come up. We post daily memes, trailers. On YouTube, we have a YouTube exclusive where we do trailer reactions. On Instagram, we give you trivia, box office scores, all those different things. Got a lot going on. So go and follow our platform.
We're going to get better at the trailer reactions.
Yes, going to get better at that, more consistent. We're going to do all of that. So, yeah, until next time.
Adios.